We are going to start today with an hour flow, and we are going to start on our backs. So feel free to start lowering yourself down. I suggest the pose of constructive rest, so you're not in full shavasana. That would be taking your feet about mat width and then knocking your knees together so they support each other, bringing your hands to your hips. And once you get there, you can gently soften your breath, just coming into the moment. See if you can channel in that yogic ujjayi breath, coming in through the nose, bringing the breath down the throat, feeling your rib cage expand, your belly expand, your whole upper body so you feel all the way down to your hips and pelvic floor. Sending the air out in a slightly forceful but slow exhale through the nose. Checking in to see if you can soften other parts of your body like your shoulders. Just coming into the moment, finding some relaxation. If you'd like to set an intention, now would be a wonderful time to do so. It can be as simple as one word, something that you want to bring into your life, something that you want to let go of. Or if nothing is coming to mind, just let it be, focusing on your breath. Gently beginning to open your eyes, just coming back to the physical space. We're going to take our hands, interlace the fingers, and then push the back wall away so you're reaching overhead. Beautiful. Now start to extend your legs with it so we get a nice full body stretch, pointing and flexing the toes. Beautiful. Next, exhale, bring your knees into chest and bring your hands around your shins. Finding a little ball. Hugging yourself in on an exhale. We're going to extend on the inhale, reaching your arms and legs nice and long. Keep them hovering off the ground so you feel your abs start to crunch, start to engage, and then exhale, bring it in. Beautiful. We're going to do that 10 more times. Ready? Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Continue on your own pace, flowing through the postures. If you want to hold one pose longer than the other, that's totally fine. You're just playing with activation and rest. You should be finishing up, last 2 or 3. And then meeting on the exhale, grabbing the shins, hugging them nice and tight into you. Beautiful. We're going to start to release the left leg and keeping the right leg in. Maybe you can get it even a little bit closer. Bringing the right knee toward the right armpit. Beautiful. We're just going to take a gentle twist, bringing your left hand to your right knee and walking that right knee all the way over to the left side of the mat. See if you can keep your right shoulder on the mat and gaze out toward your right hand. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. One last big inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Bring the knee back, hugging it into your chest. Beautiful. We're going to start to extend that leg up to the ceiling, bringing your hands to your sides, and then flex the foot so you can really feel the hamstrings start to engage. Beautiful. Now just take your foot for a nice little circle. Get any snap, crackle, pops out of the way. Beautiful. And then start to flex that foot again as we lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the leg go nice and long, bringing in the left knee, hugging it to your chest. Maybe even bring that left knee toward the left armpit. Big deep breaths, guys. All right, beautiful. Next inhale, we're going to go for the twist on the other side. Just bring the right hand to the left knee and walking that knee all the way over to the right. See if you can extend your left hand out to the left and keep that left shoulder on the ground. Beautiful. You should feel a nice twist in your spine. 3 deep, full breaths. Beautiful. Walking that knee in ever so gently, hugging it into your chest. Beautiful. And then we're going to start to extend that leg up. So taking your hands to your sides, just sending that leg all the way up to the sky. Flexing the foot to begin with so you get a nice tightness in the hamstring, start to loosen up. Beautiful. Then take that foot for a little stroll. Going in a circle clockwise, counterclockwise. Getting any of that snap, crackle, pop out of the way. Beautiful. Reflexing the foot. We're just going to start to lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bringing the knees back into the chest. One last thing that we're going to do on our backs before we start to flow around. We're going to take some circles with our knees. So I want you to gently push the knees out, then bring them out and around. So push them out away from you, then out to the sides, and back toward you. Beautiful. And just walking them in some circles, you might start to feel some pinching, some tightness, maybe even some cracking in the hip joints. All totally normal. Maybe you even want to take one, then the other. We're basically just massaging out any tension that lives in the hip joint. Our hip joint is our emotional hoarding ground. We store lots of our traumas, our emotions, just all packed into these hip joints. So either taking them for a stroll together with a little bit more of an ab control, or one at a time. I just want you to start to loosen up that hip area. Beautiful. Now once you're done with that, you're going to start to cross your ankles and grab the backs of your thighs, and we're just going to rock and roll up to a seated position. Finding your seated position, we're going to gently find a half lotus. So that would be 1 foot on the bottom, 1 foot on the top, crisscross applesauce. And noticing your tailbones here, I just want you to notice the pubic bone, the tailbone, and then the 2 sit bones. And see if you're nice and even, so you have a nice tall spine here. Beautiful. Now just inhale, reach your hands all the way up to the ceiling. Feel a nice pull in all 10 fingers. And exhale, turn the left hand out, the right hand out. We're going to lower that right hand as we bring the left hand all the way up and over. Beautiful. Inhale, find a nice length. And exhale, so we get a little deeper. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it nice and high. Exhale, we're going to turn that left hand out and lower it down as the right hand comes up and over. Gaze stays at the right elbow. Inhale, find the length. And exhale, get a little deeper. Beautiful. Just feeling that side body opening. Starting to work the upper body after we've gotten nice and loose in the lower body. Beautiful. Let's inhale, bring it all the way nice and high, and then exhale, forward fold over your legs. Just letting your head shake it no, shake it yes. Feel any release that you can here. Beautiful. Then inhale, start to look at your hands, finding length in the back, so you're kind of in like a half lift. And then we crawl our hands all the way over to the right. When you get there, take a nice inhale and exhale, lower yourself down so your nose comes toward your right knee. You feel a nice stretch on the side body. Sending that the left hip bone nice and down. Beautiful. Inhale, start to bring yourself back up to that half lift, just enough so your spine is long. We're gazing at our hands as we slowly but surely walk ourselves over to the left side. Beautiful. Bring yourself here, find length, and then start to lower yourself down in an exhale. Still sending that right hip down, bringing the nose to the left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, finding that half lift just to lengthen the spine. We're going to crawl your hands back to the center forward fold and then crawl them back up so you feel each vertebrae rolling one at a time into place as you bring your hands to your knees. Just soften your gaze, maybe even bring it to a close. Noticing how much taller our spine is after just a simple twist. Rolling the shoulders back, then rolling them forward. Just taking a moment to come into this moment. Beautiful breath. In and out. So nice. We're going to take a second to roll out our neck. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer. I just want you to gently start to bring your nose toward your chest and then roll so that your right ear is close to your right shoulder and you should feel a nice length on the left. And just stay here. Beautiful. Now start to roll your gaze back so the nose goes toward the sky. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Beautiful. Start to roll it back so that your nose is facing the chest. We're just going to take it in the other direction. Left ear and left shoulder. Bringing the gaze up to the sky. Right ear to right shoulder. And bringing the gaze down toward your chest. Now go ahead and take it in a slightly more fluid motion after we've done some slow turns. I know this might seem simple and even silly at times, but it's so good to give your neck a nice stretch as well. We use it so often, and we don't usually give it the actual time of day that it needs. Beautiful. All right, let's start flowing. Start to bring your head back up to center wherever you are, nice and gentle. We're gonna inhale, reach those hands nice and high once again. And then exhale, bring those hands forward, placing them down. We're gonna transition ourselves into a tabletop. So once you get there, your wrists should be right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. We're just gonna gently inhale as we drop our belly, finding a cow. And then cat, raise the belly up, gaze at your navel. Beautiful. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Beautiful. Find a nice long, straight spine as you gaze forward and send your legs out behind you. Finding your first plank pose. Just taking a second to make sure everything's nice and in alignment. You're pressing into your fingers, not just your wrists. Your navel is pulling toward your spine, holding your core in. Beautiful. And then when you're done with that, you can start to send your booty up and back, finding the first down dog. Feel free to pedal it out. So nice, guys. Take a second just to make sure that your down dog is all in alignment. I want you to inhale, send yourself all the way up onto your tippy toes. So your booty is heading toward the sky. You've got a nice long straight spine. Now once you do that, bend those knees and start to drop those heels down so you can engage the hamstrings as well, but probably not in the same way that you did it before. How you feeling? Check it. Beautiful. Let's start flying. We're going to send our right foot up on our next inhale, nice and high. And then exhale, send it all the way through the thumb space, setting up for a low lunge. Once you get there, you're going to drop the left knee down and untuck the toes. We're going to start with some simple twisting, just dropping that left hand so it's fully on the ground to support you, and send the right hand up toward the ceiling. Beautiful. That right hand can come all the way around to your left hip if you want to get even more into the twist. You should still be sending that left hip forward and down as you open your chest up toward the ceiling. One more full breath here so you can get a little bit deeper. Very nice. Sending that right hand all the way back up to the ceiling and then bringing it on the inside of the right foot. Check and see if the right toes are turned out a little bit. If they aren't, please do so. So they're heading to the top right corner of the mat. You're going to take the left foot and walk to the right side as well. And then once you get there, you can start to send the left hand up toward the sky and around your back. So this is a variation or a modification on a side angle, but you also have your foot turned out, so you're getting a little bit of inner thigh work as well. Gaze should be up toward the ceiling. You can always bring your supporting hand to your foot if you need a little more height. Your right shoulder and your right knee should be pressing into each other, creating a little bit of tension, a little extra work for your body. Beautiful. Starting to release that hand back up to the ceiling and then down to the ground and walking the leg back so your left foot is right behind your left knee. We're going to start to play with some half splits. So we're going to send our tailbone behind us as we send our right toes up to the ceiling. I always recommend rocking in and out of this position. So inhale, pulling yourself forward, and then exhale, rocking that tailbone back, sending those toes up to the ceiling. Notice I don't have a perfectly straight leg here. You don't need one to get a nice hamstring stretch. I would much prefer that you have your tailbone high and your leg a little bent than you sitting on your heels and trying to straighten the leg. So continue to rock through. If you need a little extra release, you can shake your hips side to side like I'm doing. You don't always have to stay in one line. When we get to more difficult postures, we have to stick with our alignment to make sure that we're staying safe. But we have a lot of contact with the floor right now, so this is more about getting into the motion of our hips. So nice, guys. When you're ready, start to put your weight back onto that right foot and tuck the toes on the left so the knee is back off of the ground. Sending that left hand down to support one more time, we're doing an extended version of that twist that we did earlier. So just inhale, send that right hand up to the ceiling, and maybe even bringing it around. Similar pose, but this time our leg is up. So just noticing how that feels, what's a little bit different in this. 2 more breaths here. So you can really kick that left heel behind you, engaging the back leg. So nice. We're going to send that hand back up toward the ceiling and then to the outside of the right foot, sending the right foot up and back into our 3-legged dog. So beautiful. Rolling out that foot in case you need to, and just begin to lower that right foot down next to the left, pedaling it through your down dog. Let's take our first vinyasa, shall we? We're going to inhale, pull ourselves forward, finding that plank pose. Really find a good alignment here. Gaze is slightly to the top of your mat. Core is engaged. Beautiful. And then if you need to drop your knees, feel free to do so. This is all about getting a nice alignment for our Chaturanga. So you pull those elbows back next to your ribcage. Beautiful. Inhale, drop the hips, bring the gaze up, get a little ab stretch for a cobra or up dog. And then exhale, tuck those toes, bring your booty up and back for down dog. So nice. Let's take that flow on the other side. Inhale, sending the left foot all the way up and back for 3-legged dog. Get a nice stretch on the front of the hip. And then exhale, pull that foot all the way through the thumb space, setting up for that low lunge. Beautiful. Let's drop the toes, or drop the knee, untuck the toes on the right side. We're going to go for that simple twist. So right hand is nice and stable. Bringing your chest toward the left knee and bring the left hand up toward the sky. Or maybe even bring the left hand all the way around toward your back and your right hip. That right hip should be going down, 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 and forward, as our chest should be going up toward the sky. Remember, your breath is your best tool here, so use it. Beautiful. Inhale, send your hand back up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring that left hand on the inside of the left foot. Turning the left foot just a little bit toward the left top corner of the mat. And crawling the right foot toward the left as well. Going for that side angle variation. So once you have yourself secured, you start to send the right hand up to the ceiling, maybe even around your back. Keep breathing in this position. We're gently going to start to come out of it. Beautiful. Start to send that right hand all the way up to the ceiling. And then drop that hand down, bringing the right foot behind the right knee once again, and bringing the left hand on the outside of the left foot. We're going to start this half split flows. So sending your hips back, sending your toes up to the ceiling, getting a nice long leg. It doesn't have to be straight, but it has to be long. You should feel the pull in the back of the leg. Beautiful. And then sending yourself forward just to get a motion into the hip. A motion, not in motion or e motion. Beautiful. Keep flowing through. And starting to finish up the flow, putting your weight back into the left foot. We're going to tuck the toes and bring your right knee to hover, finding that simple twist with an engaged leg. So just start to send that left hand up toward the ceiling. Beautiful. And then you can bring that left hand around your back if you like. Full deep breaths here, you got it. Really pushing that right heel into the back wall. Beautiful. Inhale, send that hand back up to the sky and bring it around to the ground. Beautiful. We're going to start to send that left foot back up for three-legged dog. Beautiful. If you want to roll out your ankle, feel free to. And then maybe bring the foot down so it's right next to the right and that down dog. Take it through one more vinyasa. Pull it forward. Inhale. Find a nice plank pose. Maybe if you did the modification last time, you try to not do a modify this time. Exhale. Lower yourself for Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Pedal it out. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, send our right foot all the way up to the sky, and then bring it all the way through, setting up for a high lunge this time. Once you have your feet glued in, you can inhale, bring your hands high, and then exhale, sit a little bit deeper into your lunge. Concentrating on your breath, rolling those shoulders down and back. Beautiful. We're going to start a little twisting series. So we're going to open our left hand to the front, right hand to the back. Beautiful. And then inhale, bring it back up to close. Now we're going to take the other side. So send the left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale, bring it up to close. Beautiful. We're going to start flowing through that with your own breath. So you exhale, open for the twist. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, open for the twist, get deeper into the lunge. Inhale, bring your hands up. Keep flowing. We're getting a nice workout in our arms as well as focusing on the legs. We're finding fluidity within the structure. Go ahead, start to do your last round, both sides. And then meet me in a regular high lunge. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper, and then start to flow those hands back down. So nice. We're gonna bring that back foot in ever so slightly, just so we can have both legs slightly straight for a pyramid pose. So both feet are fully on the ground, both legs are straight. Inhale, come up for a half lift just to find length in your spine. And then exhale, really get into the forward fold here, bringing your nose to your right knee. Beautiful, 2 more breaths here. You should feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. Beautiful, bringing your gaze back forward. We're going to close this up, finding a regular forward fold at the top of the mat. Left foot joins the right. Inhale, find half lift, lengthen the spine, bring hands to shins. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands come down next to feet. Bend the knees, bring the belly to the thighs. Beautiful, shake your head no here, shake it yes. Really relax into this. So nice, guys. Let's start to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Check in with each vertebrae. We're not in a race. Bring the shoulders up toward the ears when you get there, and then roll the shoulders back down into the spine as your palms come forward. You might start to feel a shift in your hips as well. You should open them up toward the front, engaging the navel, the core. Just finding yourself in a nice, tall, straight position. Beautiful. 1 full breath, eyes closed. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out all the crap out the mouth. Let it all go. Beautiful. Let's take that flow on the other side. We're going to inhale, send our hands up to the sky. And then exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Let it all go. Whew. Beautiful. Put weight into your hands. Step or float yourself back. Find a plank pose. Beautiful. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, find an upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Pedal it out. Beautiful. We're going to send the left foot this time all the way up. And then send it all the way through the thumb space, setting up for that high lunge. So once your legs are glued into place, you inhale, take your hands high. And you exhale, get lower and deeper. Gorgeous. All around the breath. Lowering those shoulders down, making sure they're nice and relaxed. Take ourselves through that twisting flow. Ready? So we're going to take left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, right hand out, left hand forward. Inhale, bring up. Beautiful, and then continue this twist on your own breath. Making sure the exhale is getting you deeper into the lunge, while the inhale brings you back up and tall. Exhale, twisting the spine, opening yourself, really feeling like you're moving these hands through water. So they're not just flailing around, but there's pressure behind it. There's a strength. Continuing to flow. Finishing up your last round. Meeting me back in a regular high lunge when you're ready. Beautiful. And exhale, take those hands down to frame your foot. We're just going to bring the back foot up a couple of inches, maybe even a foot. Finding yourself in a pyramid pose. Inhale to find a half lift, lengthening the spine. And then exhale, bringing your nose to your left knee. Both legs are straight, both feet are fully on the mat. Hips are going forward, so you're not turning out in any direction. Keeping everything nice and square. So nice. One more full breath here, see if you can release a little bit deeper. And inhale, start to find a half lift as you bring your right foot to meet the left, finding a half lift top of mat. Lengthening your back, bringing hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold, bring belly to thighs, let your head go, shake it no, shake it yes. So nice. And start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them back down. Bring the palms forward. Full breath here. Exhale, let it go up and up. All right, we're going to start to flow with some sun salutations. So just follow along. We'll do the first one nice and slow, and then we'll get into a repetitive motion and get a little faster. So you inhale, bring your hands up. And then exhale, flow your hands down, finding a nice forward fold, belly to thighs. Beautiful. Then inhale, half lift, find that length. And exhale, send the right foot behind you, find that low lunge. Beautiful. Drop the knee and untuck the toes. Once you get there, I want you to inhale, bring your hands all the way up. Very nice. Now when you take a second to be in this position, I want you to notice the hip on the right. You should feel a nice stretch in the front hip, pushing it down and forward to get a little bit deeper. And I want you to also notice your shoulders. They should be rolled back into your back, but still sending energy all the way up to your fingertips. And maybe your gaze comes up a little bit here too. Beautiful. Next exhale, you start to lower those hands down, framing that front foot as well. Tucking the toes on the back foot, bringing the knee up, and then sending the front foot to meet the back for your plank on an inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Tuck those toes. Focusing on finding a nice long, tall spine here. Next inhale, we're going to send the right foot all the way up and over our head to a three-legged dog. And exhale, send it through the thumb space, setting up for a low lunge. Beautiful. Drop the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, bring yourself up for Anjaneyasana. Exhale, get a little deeper. Beautiful. Focusing on that stretch of the hip and the left side. Getting nice and long and long and long on your upper body, and maybe even leaning a little bit back. Beautiful. Send those hands down on your next exhale, framing that foot. We're going to tuck the back toes and spring the back toes to meet the front toes for a nice half lift to top of mat. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Shake the head no, shake it yes. Let it all go. So nice. Inhale, bring those hands all the way nice and high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to keep flowing. Inhale, send those hands up. Exhale, send them down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, find length. Exhale, send the left foot behind you, low lunge. Gorgeous. When you're there, drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, send our hands high for Anjaneyasana. We're not going to hover this time. We're just going to exhale, send our hands down. Inhale, find plank. So a little bit more tricky. What you do is you tuck those toes and you send that front foot to meet the back. You got it. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale, send that left foot all the way up and back. Exhale, send it through the thumb space. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, bring our hands up, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, float those hands down to front of the foot. Beautiful. Tuck the toes in the back. Spring that foot forward. Find it. Half lift, top of mat. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the head. Shake it no, shake it yes. Beautiful. Reverse swan dive. Bring those hands all the way up. All the way to the tall heights. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Congratulations. We just completed our first sun salutation. We're going to do that 2 more times, a little bit faster. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot back. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands flow down. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, hands through the center. Beautiful. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, float them down. Inhale, tuck those back toes. Find top of mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring hands all the way tall heights. Exhale, hands heart center. Left side, inhale, tall heights. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, send that left foot behind you. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, send our hands nice and high. Exhale, lower them on down. Inhale, find a plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, send that right foot up and back. Exhale, send it through the thumb space. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, send our hands up. Exhale, float them down. Inhale, tuck those toes. Find top of mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come all the way up, tall heights. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, send those hands high. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot back. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, send our hands up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, send that foot back, find plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot goes up and back. Exhale, send it through the thumb space. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, send our hands high. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, send that foot to the top of mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bring it high. Exhale, hands heart center. Last around each side. Inhale, high. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift, find leg. Exhale, right foot back, low lunge. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, float the hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot goes up. Exhale, right foot through the thumbs. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, float those hands down. Inhale, top of mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring hands all the way up, tall heights. Exhale, hands heart center. Left side, inhale, send high, hands high. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot back. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. We inhale, hands come high. Exhale, hands come down. Beautiful. Inhale, find that plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot goes all the way up. Exhale, send it through. Drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, top of mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands come nice and high. Close your eyes as you bring your hands to heart center. Slow down your breath. Come back. You usually drift off when we get a little fast. See if you can come back. This moment. Beautiful. Let's take a little side body stretch here. I'm just gonna face the camera so you guys can see me. We're gonna inhale, take those hands nice and high once again. This time interlacing all the fingers except the index finger. So you have a nice, like, tight grip, but you're still pulling yourself high. Make sure those shoulders still stay into your spine. We're not coming up by the ears. Beautiful. Find an inhale here. And then exhale, send your hips out to the left as your hands come to the right. Really sending weight into that left foot, pressing it down into the earth. So you get a nice stretch, not just on the upper body, but the lower body as well. Gaze should be up toward the left elbow. Try to make sure you're not leaning too forward, but you're keeping yourself nice and straight. Beautiful. And next inhale, gently bring yourself back up. I'm going to take it on the other side. Exhale, hips go out to the right, arms to the left. Gaze goes to the right elbow. Really using that breath to lengthen you out as you push into that right foot. Inhale, bring it back up. Beautiful. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Just take a second to shake your head no, shake it yes. Find some relief here. Beautiful. We're going to start to crawl our hands as we keep a nice bend in the knees so the booty's out. We're going to crawl our hands up to our thighs. And once you get there, you can sit a little bit deeper. Beautiful. We're finding chair pose here. So engaging the core, make sure that's nice and tight. Engaging the glutes. We're going to send our hands up. Beautiful. Making sure that the shoulders are rolled down once again. Hands straight up to the sky. We sit a little deeper. Weight should be in your heels. Gaze should be up. If this is a little too much in your hands, you can always bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. Continuing to breathe, knowing that you're stronger than your body wants you to think it is. So you can get a little bit deeper on that last exhale. And then inhale, stretch it all the way up. Send your hips slightly forward as we bring our gaze back for a little front body bend. Beautiful. So nice. Swan dive down all the way. Let it go. Beautiful. Sending your weight back into your heels, finding that seat once again, knees generously bent. Bring the hands all the way to the thighs and push a little deeper. And once you get there, I want you to inhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to find a little twist here. Obviously, we're doing a lot of twists today. It's about opening the spine. So we're going to bring that left elbow all the way over to the right knee, bringing the gaze up toward the right elbow. See if you can really press your hands together. And honestly, if in a perfect world, you should bring your hands to your heart. Now, you might not be there yet, and that's totally fine. See if you can get a little bit deeper. A lot of times when we focus on the twist, we forget we're in a chair pose. One more full breath here. And let it go. Shake it out. Maybe you want to walk it out in your forward fold. Find a half lift on an inhale. And exhale, lower down. Beautiful. We're going to take that on the other side. Bending those knees, putting the weight in your heels. Bring those hands to the thighs, sitting a little bit deeper, and then hands to heart center. Gorgeous. We're going to start to take that twist. Bring the right elbow all the way to the left thigh. Bring the gaze up toward that left elbow. Really pressing your hands into each other so you're opening the chest. And see if you can get a little bit deeper in that booty. I'll turn to face you guys. Beautiful. One more full breath. See if you can push a little bit deeper. And then let it go. Exhale, shake it out. Maybe you want to walk out your forward fold. Find that half lift, both legs straight, hands to thighs or shins. And then exhale, let it all go, bend the knees. So nice. Once we get there, we're going to start to send the right foot all the way back behind us, finding that low lunge once again. Then I want you to drop the knee, and we're going to do that half split that we played with in the beginning of class. See how much deeper it gets this time. So start to send your hips back as you send your left toes up to the sky. Do you notice a difference? I know I do. Inhale here. Exhale, get a little deeper. Beautiful. One last round. Inhale, come up for a little lift. And then exhale, get yourself nice and deep into that half split. Beautiful. Inhale, rock yourself nice and forward. Tuck those toes. We're going to find that simple twist that we took at the beginning of class, planting that right hand down, sending the left hand up toward the sky. So nice. Let's take that left hand all the way over your ears. So you're in one long, long line with your body. And then exhale, bring that hand on the outside of the left foot. Send that left foot all the way up and back for three-legged dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're going to bring the knee back toward your nose for cheetah. And then exhale, three-legged dog. Two more times. Inhale, bring it in for cheetah. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring that knee to nose for cheetah. And exhale, three-legged dog. So beautiful. Start to lower that foot down for regular down dog. We're going to take ourselves through vinyasa. Inhale, pull it forward for plank. Exhale, either modified or full. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Gazing in between your thumbs. I want you to step or float yourself to the top of the mat. Finding a nice half lift when you get there. And then exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Beautiful. Inhale, find a half lift. We're going to send that left foot this time all the way back. Setting up for low lunge. Drop the knee. Untuck the toes. Finding that half split. Let's see what the difference is on this side. Sending those right toes up toward the ceiling. Sending your tailbone back to the back of the room. Beautiful. When you get there, find a little inhale for your back, lengthening everything out. And then exhale, get a little deeper. Beautiful. Two more breaths here. Beautiful. Bring yourself back out of that. Weight is back onto the right foot. Tucking the toes, bringing the left knee off the ground. Left hand is nice and secure. You send the right hand up for that simple twist. Beautiful. Still pushing into that left heel as we open our chest. Bringing the hand over the ear for one long line. Beautiful. Starting to lower that right hand on the outside of the right foot and send that right foot up and back for three-legged dog. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it in for cheetah. Knee comes to nose. Exhale, send it nice and high. Three-legged dog. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, send it up. Last one, inhale, send it in. Exhale, send that leg up for three-legged dog, and then start to lower it down for down dog, pedal it out. Start to drop your knees down, untuck the toes, and bring the tailbone all the way toward the feet for a nice child's pose. A few breaths here. Slowing it down. Coming back to your intention, coming back to your breath. So spine. Start to gently crawl your hands back toward your face so it can support you as you roll your vertebrae up one at a time. And then we're just going to gently find ourselves back on our back. So swing your legs to the side and then bring them in front. Starting to walk your booty back to the middle of the mat. Grabbing the backs of your thighs so there's a nice bend in the knee. And finding yourself that nice long spine as you pull your elbows behind you. Exhale, start to lower it down. Bring one leg out, then the other. Starting to slow your whole breath down for your Shavasana. It's the most important posture in our yogic practice. It's coming into your own, coming into yourself. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. This is a recorded class, so I recommend that you stay in it for as long as you like in your home. As for me, I'm going to sign off. Hope you've enjoyed this foundational flow. Hope you learned something new. And hope we keep coming back together on these live classes and we'll keep learning more. Okay. Namaste.